So, from last lesson, we did this. To solve equations, we drew the lines and we saw where they crossed. Would that take a long time? You've only got one question in your test for that. It does take a long time. So you need a better method. We've got 2 more methods and then we're done for this topic. Today I'm showing you how you solve by substitution. So we've just gone over drawing lines to solve simultaneous equations is going to take a long time. Instead, we can use algebra. So when do I use solving by substitution? You solve by substitution when one or both equations has x or y as the subject of the equation. What does that mean? X is by itself and it equals something, or y is by itself and equals something. So you tell me, does that have x or y as the subject? Is x or y all by itself on one side? No, it's not by itself on one side. It doesn't say x equals something or y equals something. It says x and y equals something. What about this one? Y is equal to 3x plus 2. Yes. That has y as the subject. What about this one? X is equal to 3y take 5. Does that have x as the subject? That's what I mean. Okay? So can you get that little section down? Put a cross through that, but this tick. And I'll show you the steps to substitution and we'll be quiet pretty fast. Can you open the PDF? The practice exercises up to the end of this 5F, you are highly capable. You can just distract. Okay? After this though, this more algebra with x and y, it's not going to be that useful to you. Okay? And it's not that many marks in the test to help you step because you're not just borderline. You're pretty solid. Yeah. Okay? So whatever it says on the timeline, work your way. Started somewhere. Looks like you started something in 1D, but anything on the timeline from 1D onwards, just do something. I don't mind if you stop every so often and watch everything under this. So the last thing that looks like your exercise was 5D. Yeah. I wrote one. It's 5D. So just keep going from there. Keep going from there, but only up to 5F. Okay. Ask me when you've been good asking me questions when the boys aren't here. And then pause and watch I watched a sick video yesterday. Someone did a gravel bike on a double black diamond. Yeah.
So that's easy, sir.
Oh yeah, you're right. It doesn't need the as. All right, let me go through the steps, guys at the back. If you want to teach, you can come up here. All right, steps to solve the substitution. Steps to solve by substitution. You substitute the right-hand side of the subject equation. So what do I mean by the right-hand side of the subject equation? That's the 3x plus 2 there. Or that's the 3y take 5. You substitute that right-hand side into the other equation. Make sure you use brackets for grouping. Step 2, expand the brackets, then solve for the variable left over. And then 3, substitute the variable you found in step 2 into either of the OG. Do you all know what OG means? Original simultaneous equation to find the remaining one. That seems like a lot. Shh. That seems like a lot because I'm describing it in full and in plain English. When you actually do the substitution, it's not that bad. So can you get the box for now? That's what's going to be on your cheat sheet and your helper cheat sheet. Then I'll show you how those steps work.
The brackets mean it equals the same, right? What are
the brackets, all they do in maths is group things together to keep them in one.
Yeah.
Because if you don't group something, let's say the equation was this negative x plus 1, right? And we knew that x was 3 plus y. Okay? If I substitute it, if I put that x here, and I didn't write brackets, it would say negative 3 plus y plus 1. But that's going to be wrong, because it should be negative the whole thing, 3 plus y plus 1. Why does that make a change? Because that negative gets applied to 3, and it also gets applied to the y. Whereas here, that negative only applied to the 3. It didn't affect the y, so you're going to get the wrong answer if you didn't put brackets around it, okay? Can you get the steps in the box and then the example? I'm cool with not hassling you about doing the exercise, okay?
Okay.
I think you could do better if you did, but you're doing well. I appreciate that you do the examples. Just so you have something on the cheat sheet.
Yeah, that's what I do. 3.
This thing I'll actually eat.
Blair.
Yeah.
Well, he was messaging this morning trying to see what colours he could wear. So I'd say he is coming.
Well, he's in his
Oh,
giant.
no, he's right there.
He's in his giant wardrobe looking for black, red, or yellow.
Oh no, he's worn black, white, blue, and red.
That's close enough.
No, it's not.
Red.
It's fucking not close.
Red.
Take a seat. Can you get your device out, please? All right, let's demo this. Let us demo this. Shush. This stuff in red is just my thinking. So what am I thinking first? Which one of these has X or Y as the subject? The top one or the bottom one? Top, because it says Y is equal to something. So, second step. What does the other equation look like with the subject substituted into it? So, the bottom equation is X plus Y is equal to 3. But I've been told that Y is equal to 3X take 1. So, I'm going to get this. X plus, what does the top equation say Y is? 3X take 1. And then what's left over here? You've got the equals 3 at the end. Okay? So what is solving by substitution? You are substituting the top equation into the bottom one. If this top one said X is equal to something, I would plug it in here. But what does the top one say? Y equals something. So I'm plugging the 3X take 1 into Y. Now, look at the brackets, because the steps say expand the brackets, then solve for the variable left over. Is there a number in front of these brackets? No, so there's no expansion. Is there anything else I can do in these brackets? No, because I don't know what 3x is.
Take 1.
Can I take 1 from something that I don't know what it is?
No,
3.
Huh?
No.
3x.
1 from 3.
But it's 3x.
It's 3 times.
It's grouped. You can't break it up.
It's 3 times by X.
So we don't know anything right now, so the brackets are irrelevant. Now we can do the algebra. That's what you wanted to do. If I've got x and 3x on the left-hand side, how many x's do I have? Good. So I've got 4 x's, take 1 equals 3. What's that negative 1 doing? What's the opposite of taking 1? So if I add 1 to both sides, what is it going to look like? 4x is equal to 4. What's 4 doing to that x? What's the opposite of timesing by 4?
Dividing.
So x is going to be 1. That's cool. But you're in year 10 maths, and in year 10 maths, you have multiple answers. That's not the answer yet. Because I only know what x is right now. Do I know what y is?
Yeah, 3x minus 1.
Yes, but I know what x is now, so I can actually work out what y is. So that's what step 3 is. Substitute the variable you found in step 2 into either of the OG ones. MLG Pro move is you put it into the easier looking one. Which equation here looks easier? Y is equal to 3x take 1 or x plus y is equal to 3?
X plus y.
The bottom one, because it's just an addition. So what did we just say x was? 1. So we get this. 1 plus y equals 3.
Y equals 3.
Y is going to be, what's the opposite of adding 1? taking 1. So it's going to be 2. Now I'm done because I've worked out what x and y is. Some people might not believe me that I could have put it into either of these equations. So let me show you. If I put x is equal to 1 into the first equation, 3 times by 1 is going to be 3. And if I take 1 from it, it's going to be 2. And is that what I found y was as well?
Music, bro.
All right, I'll stop the recording there. I'm not going to move it anymore. Can you work on those exercises there if you finish those 3 lollies from the bag?
Whoa.